You are now listening to About That Business, hosted by Rom Wills. Rom Wills is an entrepreneur and personal coach who has helped people reach their fullest potential personally and professionally. Take it away, Rom.
Thank you, Marshall. The following is called Monetize Your Knowledge and Skills, and it's actually a replay of a podcast I did for my website, www.romwills.com, for my Sunday morning podcast. Now, this was originally done last September. So sit back and enjoy. Welcome to the Sunday morning podcast for RomWills.com, and this is your host, Rom Wills. My message for today, monetizing your knowledge. Now, I know I'm primarily known for writing about relationships, and men's self-development in particular. And usually it's about, how to get the girl. But when we talk about self-development, we have to look at it from a holistic perspective. It's more than what you're doing with the woman. Because, there's some broke dudes who can get a woman. But then the woman ready to kick him to the curb because, dude ain't taking care of his other business. It's very important for every single man to develop a way to make money outside of a 9-to-5 job. Now, I understand people have different things. Everybody can't be entrepreneurs, and that's cool. And then again, some people, they have a calling to a profession that requires they be a part of a group. You have police officers, you have firefighters, you have medical professionals. Everybody's not meant to be independent. That being said, for a man's own good, even if he's making 6 figures, he needs to have some way to make money that's independent of whatever he's doing. Now, if he's making 6 figures, he don't need it to live on. But what it does, by a man developing his skills in order to turn it into a money-making enterprise, that's actually a spiritual thing. Because he has to he has to really develop himself. He has to bring stuff out within him in order to make money off of that thing that he has. Now, there are different ways to make money out there, but this podcast, I'm going to talk about monetizing your knowledge. Now, I'm going to tell you the truth. No matter what, I don't care who you are as a person. I don't care how high and mighty you think you are, or how low you think you are, or what you think you don't have going for you. Every single man got something he knows how to do. And monetizing your knowledge is very simple. It's putting your knowledge out in such a way that you get paid for it. And that's one of the beauties of the internet. I remember when the internet first came out, really popular, and that was in the 90s. Back when you had, those slow ass dial-ups, and it's nothing compared to what it is today. But back then, some real pioneers, some real visionaries saw it was like you can make a lot of money there. And monetizing your knowledge is simply doing the things or sharing your knowledge in such a way that you get paid for it. And there's several ways you can do this. One way you can do it, you can be a blogger. Say you somebody, your knowledge, about sports. You can analyze like any sports, which a lot of guys can do. You get some guys can't do anything else, but they can tell you every single move or moves that shouldn't have been made in any type of game. Now, somebody monetizing their knowledge of it, they might do a blog, they might do a podcast, or they might do some type of video on one of the many numerous video platforms. Now, blogs, podcasts, and all of that, a lot of them, you have a lot of platforms on the internet where someone can make money off of that, because what's happening is you have advertising dollars. A lot of these platforms are partners with some advertising entity, and you can make a little bit of change if you share knowledge and it's popular and people hitting you up. And that's just one way. Another way is maybe writing a book. And I know everybody can't write, but I'm giving y'all like several ways. Like, say you have say you have knowledge on how to grow food, like in the yard. You could do a step by step. With all the technology nowadays, you can do a step by step book with pictures on how to grow food. And you can do a video on it. You can go out in your yard, set up a camera, plant the seeds, do everything, and you get views and all of that. You get advertising, boom. Now, going with that, monetizing your knowledge again, you can do the videos, you can write books. One thing you can do seminars. I remember back in the day, I used to do seminars in my house. I would put out flyers and have people come, and they would be sitting in my basement, and I'd do a seminar. I did quite a few seminars. In fact, I sponsored seminars for other people right there in my basement. And it was a nice basement, had a little bar in it and everything, had a entrance, but it was right there. Once again, it was monetizing, and I would just be talking about stuff I know. See, the thing is, when people have an expertise in something, a lot of times somebody else wants to learn that thing. And it could be, and like I said, it could be anything. You could do a seminar, book, video on how to clean an oven properly. And, or like this morning I was talking with this dude. He he can put a car together. He can fix cars and stuff, like damn near build one from scratch. That dude could get on, he could do something, write a book, do some videos and stuff on how to car repair. In fact, you have that on many video platforms, people doing that. You have people showing you, like hair barbers. You have a lot of barbers showing you how to cut your hair. One of the things I do, since I tend to be a frugal person, I cut my own hair. I got like about 3 sets of clippers. And it was funny, I faded my hair up, even though that takes forever. But I used to could do it back in the day, but I got out of it, got lazy about it. But one of the things I did, I went on YouTube and found some videos on how to fade hair. And it was different styles. It was different ways of doing it. I think I even saw one video, dude, it created something, a product he was selling where you could fade your own hair. And see, that's another thing too, monetizing your knowledge. If you have the knowledge to create some type of product, you have companies out here whose sole purpose is to manufacture stuff for people. They that's their business. They will manufacture. If you can figure out, if you give them a good design and go through the patents and all of that, whatever you need, copyrights, whatever you need, they'll manufacture it for you. You monetizing your knowledge, and that's the thing. That everybody has that talent, and you should be monetizing it. You should be, and you don't have to charge a lot. And like I said, if you got a regular job where it's a career that you enjoy, somebody else paying for it, hey, you know what, you could maybe give the stuff away for free if you want, but it's still sharing it. But free is not a word that works too well in my lexicon, so I'm just going to say, especially in this day and age when the economy is changing. The economy is changing. It's not like it was maybe even 30 years ago, where if you wanted a job, you can go to the local factory, or even a lot of stuff now. It's so many things going online. You have retail stores that is like going like a downsizing, going out of business, because so many people are buying things online. And it is to the point you can even get food online now. You can get food delivered to your home. So what's happening is a lot of people are without a job because this, in most of the world, the economies are built on mass labor. And, a lot of times if there isn't some big factory or big store in your town or where you live, that town becomes depressed. That's why you have, especially in the United States, so many depressed places because the main business went out. But I see it as an opportunity. Now imagine an economy where every single person is monetizing their knowledge and sharing their knowledge. Now, of course, some people are going to do it better than others, and some people might have to, they might have to join forces with others. But I could see a future where it's nothing but independent contractors doing stuff, and instead of maybe, like even in the retail arena, I could see a situation where instead of you have like large department stores, you have places set up where you have like little micro stores where people are just selling their wares or sharing whatever thing they have. I mean, and you already have that with flea markets. Like, people don't realize, but shoot, you go to a flea market, shoot, you can find a lot. And it's going to happen. And people, whatever, and it don't have to be products. It can be some service you sharing, as I'm talking now, I remember when I was little, my grandmother made me take piano lessons. With that evil old woman and stuff. It's funny, I won't touch a piano now. That's a lesson for parents. Don't make your kid do anything they don't really want to do. But she was a type, she was gonna make me do stuff anyway. So it, sometimes it's just easier just to do it. But I thought of, thinking about my piano teacher. This woman, she making a little bit of change and stuff just teaching piano. She was a demanding woman, and it was actually pretty. You know what? It was all right. It was a worthwhile experience. But you get that. Sometimes you get I know in some poor neighborhoods, you always get that one. You always get that one guy who can fix everything and even hook you up with cable. That's monetizing your knowledge. Or, you get, and I should say monetizing your knowledge and your skill. Because you get that person who can cook real well, and, they'll make plates for everybody. You might get a neighborhood where everybody's working except for one woman, and then, or man, really, man or woman, and shoot, they just make plates for everybody and bring it. And I've known people who've done that. I mean, you can do anything. So basically, but take whatever knowledge you have, whatever skill you have, take that and make money with it. Take it. And it don't matter how small you think it is. It can be anything. And so a lot of people are starting to do that because that's how the economy is coming. People are going to have to find ways. They can't count on somebody else to like feed them, but they can develop their knowledge so they can, really share with others. So anyway, that's the Sunday podcast. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace and blessings.